Welcome to African Youth Renewal Movement. And today we are going to discuss a topic entitled African Youth Say No to Vandalism. And we are going to be defining certain terms as we get along. Now, what is vandalism? Vandalism simply means a destructive action. It means the malicious and deliberate defacement or destruction of somebody else's property. It is when somebody else decides to destroy someone else's property. For example, destroying a car or destroying the property of someone. And someone that destroys the property is called vandal. It's someone who is deliberately deciding to destroy the property of somebody or the property of the government. And in recent times we have seen some of the effects or some of the acts of vandalism. But we can start first of all by saying we have seen many people destroying shops. We have seen people going in and rioting, looting the properties of the government, private owners. There are people who are destroyed along the way, destroying the properties, the goods. They are hampering in the production of the services in a country. And then we also have seen that during campaigns, people are busy destroying the posters for other parties. We have seen the other materials being destroyed by cadres, and these are all part of the destruction that we are calling all vandalism, because it is a decision someone takes to destroy another property that belongs to somebody else. Now, looking at all of these things, now we can ask ourselves, what are the effects of vandalism? What are some of the consequences that come as a result of vandalism? And first of all, we are saying the first is death. We have seen across Africa how the people are killed. We have seen across Africa how a lot of people have died because of vandalism, because of people trying to destroy other people's properties. And we have seen innocent people have perished as a result of certain individuals who be destroying properties. Universities are a good example as well. We have seen people, the policemen using tear gases so that the situation is calm. And we have seen that sometimes innocent people are killed. For example, people are suffering from asthmatic and tear gases are thrown into their rooms. We have seen examples even from our country, Zambia. We have seen a student who died because of the same. So African youth, as the African Youth Renewal Movement, we are saying no to vandalism. We are saying no to destruction of property. The next part that we can say is arrest. We have seen so far in Africa and across the world that certain individuals are arrested because of the same vandalism. And sometimes innocent people can also be arrested. You will be found in such kind of environment. And injuries is another result. We have seen as people try to run away from the police, where people are running away from the tear gases, they end up injuring themselves because of vandalism. The destruction of property is not a solution to get audience with the ruling government or the government of the day. It's not a solution. And you have seen relationship deteriorating because when people begin to destroy other properties, there is no trust. The trust is lost. other people who say it is this party which did this, send its cadres or other members to destroy our properties. So saying that the relationship deteriorates. And this is the fact that we, as African Youth Renewal Movement, we are saying no to all the youths not to be used as tools of vandalism. And then how can we be in a position to help our youths? What are some of the things that we can use as tools to prevent vandalism? First of all, we are looking at educating ourselves. It is very cardinal that we do not allow the politicians to use the youths as tools of destruction. The youths must have information at their fingertips, must know that destroying properties for the nation is not a solution. The second point you are making is creating awareness among the youths that vandalism is not the solution. Vandalism is not the solution, and we must make our youths be responsible for their actions. It is the youths who grow up to be leaders. Now, if they don't take responsibilities in what they are doing, then the future leaders who have no future as a nation. The youths must take responsibilities for their actions. They must take responsibility of their action. And the youth must learn that it's not learning from other people's mistakes. For example, under peer pressure, we realize that because of the crowd, certain people tend to follow what the group is doing. But as a youth with integrity, as a youth with respect for the property of the nation, we must take a stance and say no to vandalism. A youth must take note and say no to vandalism. No to vandalism. And the desire. This is what we are saying. As African Youth Renewal Movement, we are creating awareness. We are creating the need of the youths to value themselves, and to value to do something more, achieve more than just following the group desire. But youth must be able to set their goals in life. This is very cardinal. We are saying youths must set goals in their lives. They must set goals. What am I going to do in my life? What are some of achievements that I'm tending to achieve at the end of the day? Youths must have a plan. You cannot just blow by the wind. We must have a strategy. And this is what we are saying. When we are saying no to vandalism, we must have a strategy. And the strategy is to sit around the table and discuss. Disagree where we disagree, but disagreeing with respect. We must sit around the table and discuss with the government, discuss with private sector. And where we disagree, but we disagree with respect. Our point of view and their point of view, if they differ, but we must be respected. We must respect other party, and other party will respect us. And this is what we as African Youth Movement, we are saying. We are proposing. African youth, say no to vandalism. Say no to vandalism. And take your stance. Take your stance. Take your stance. African youth, take your stance. Refuse to be used as a tool of destruction. Refuse to be used as a tool of destruction. This is African Youth Renewal Movement. You are welcome, and make your comments below the comment section. African youth, say no to vandalism.